In this video, I'm trying to use the color range of what an interior decorator will use to set the scheme of a home or a space, and I'm going to try to see if I can do it with a table. So I'm going to assume that this is my table, and let's get to it to see if we can put this range of colors in one table. So first off, I'm seeing that it's like deep colored blue with shades of browns. So first, to start with, I'm going to use this textured brown table cover. I like the fact that it has like streaks on it to give some texture to the table. So let's lay this down. I always prefer to lay my table and then use a steamer to straighten it out. Also, another thing I do to make sure the table stays straight is I could use a peg. So here you can see this is like a grip. So all I need to do is that if it's a real table, I will use this corners and grip it onto the table just to keep the fabric from moving back and forth. So table stretched out, but we can manage this because it's just a pretend. Next up, so let's assume this is just a table for two. Of course, the two people would like to see each other. So in the middle here, I will put a neutral color board vase, and in it we can put a simple greenery in there. So that will be the last thing we will do. Next up, I'm going to start playing around with chargers. So this is like a plain color charger. I could use this on this side to see if that works, and I could use a textured plate. This is a textured plate. I just like the fact that it already has the free up space with textures and a plain side. I will put that on the other side. I'll put it close in frame so you can see it. Next up, I'm going to start bringing in. I'm going to put this nice blue dish in that photo. You can see the blue, and there's something like that here. So let's say I put that here. It's looking like it, bits by bits. I think it works nicer than this one. So let's put this here. Prefer to use a good quality fabric to clean them properly so that there's no watermarks on them when I'm ready to use them. As you can see here now, there's no watermarks and it's all nice and properly clean. Now I'm putting that right there. Okay, I'm liking this. Now it's looking a bit more light, and I like the fact that I have two options to choose from. I'm gonna pop this right here. Next up, I'm going to make some space because now I'm remembering that I'm going to need to put cups on the sides. If they were having amuse bouche or something small to start, I will put a nice round white bowl. Let's try it on both sides. It looks all right here, and it looks all right here as well. I'm going to choose this one. If they were having a soup or a dip, like if they were having something like a broth or a soup to start, this is a nice textured white bowl and it's got nice blue streaks in it. So I'm going to put it in this one. Now it's beginning to take some form. Next up, I'm going to add my cubes onto the sides. So of course we all know that water glasses go exactly on the side and wine glasses or say champagne glasses will go on the top. Next up, I'm adding my water glass. So here I just need to pop the water glass just right after this one, and I'm going to repeat the same on this side. If they will be having tea halfway through the meal, I'm going to put teacups on the side. So you can either choose to put it above. Let me move this slightly so you can see. or you can decide to put it on the side. Because we plan to put crockery and spoons on this side, I will choose to make sure you put the hands of the cup facing that way, because you envisage that they will be picking it up that way to help themselves to a drink. So let's pop it down and put it above, just right above the plates on the sides, and we adjust this one as well. So that is done. Next up, I'm going to get my spoons and forks. I'm going to put, because these are so close together, because I need to show you everything in one frame. Move this slightly. You have to make sure that both of them, so you've got to make sure that both of them are exactly on the same line. You have to be sure that they're exactly on the same line. Yep. It looks like the simplest things, but it matters. So when we bring it all the way to the other side, we have to push this up. There. You don't want to see finger marks on your fork, so make sure that before you put it on, you give it a very, very, very good wipe to give it a very nice look. Okay, so there, put it. So because they will be having tea, we need to put our teaspoons as well. Spoons right above here. There. Okay, so that is done. Let's go back to the picture to make a decision on what color of napkins we should use. What color do you think we should use? Let me know in the comment. Just so I'm sure that we're quite on the same page, I will choose like a nice color beige, which is more like a neutral, or go bold and use a blue. So if I wanted it to be nice and mild, I would use a neutral color, and if I wanted it to be very bold, I would use a blue, this shade. So I'm using this color of napkins. You can see they've got a nice texture to them, and I can really do so much with them. You don't need to prop them up too much. They would look just as lovely and exquisite. So remember to remove all the crease lines, and as much as possible with napkins, I like to hide the seams, not because anything is wrong with them, but I just prefer that they look really, really nice, and I don't necessarily have to see the seams. Okay, so here is one napkin. I can simply just fold it very, very simply and pop it on the side of the dish like so. I can just go simple and put a ring on this and prop it onto the side. Or let's just try to be dramatic again as usual. So let me just make ruffles with this. We'll go back and forth, back and forth, back, and then I'll end it here. It's just a ruffle, but at the end of the day, it will make it look like I've made an effort to make it look nice. Doesn't it look nice? I think it does look nice. So to this, I'm going to add a ring. I've got so many options. If I had my way, I would use an antique gold color to do this, but I've only got these as my option. So looking at what I've done, I would say this works better than this. So I don't want to distort what I've done. So I'm just going to grab it gently and crimp it on the base and put the napkin in it gently and allow it to have like a natural fold. I think I really like this. I've not really tried this style before, but I like it. Now, let's wrap it up so we can crimp this back in and allow it to form a shape. I really like this. I don't really like the fact that these edges are showing, but I can live with that. Okay, so there you have it. I really like this. It's so nicely done. Look at that. Another look. Okay, so I'm going to put this on either on the top, which I don't think I like, or I put it move this slightly to the side, and I will just let this sit beautifully on the side of this. Isn't it so lovely? It is so lovely. I really personally like this. Okay, so now I'm going to move the cups and the cups out of the way to not take anything away from the beauty of this. Now we're done with this table setting, and I really do love it. The only thing left is to put our greenery in the vase. I do not have any greenery on hand, but I have this vase of dried baby's breath, so I'm just going to make some of it. It's trying to achieve, which is the nice mild sandy browns. So now we're all done